Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on here real quick before we start this declutter and just preface it, give you a little intro. Yes, I have a lot of palettes. It's a problem. I'm a hoarder when it comes to makeup, but yeah, I see that you guys like these declutter videos, so definitely give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it and you want to see more, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so let's get started. This drawer right here, which is the second to the last one, is my palette drawer, and be prepared. As you can see, it's so stuck that the top one comes out too. So I'm gonna try to do my best and get rid of things in here, but let's see. Let me see if I can bring you closer. Okay, so most likely the things on top I'm not going to be getting rid of because they're most likely the newer things, but we'll just go through them. Of course, the newest thing is it's my Ray BH times BH Cosmetics palette that I recently just got. So I just used it for the first time the other day, and so far so good, but I'm still testing this out. And of course it's new, so I won't be getting rid of this. The next things, of course, are these Milani palettes that I've already gone through, so I won't be getting rid of these. Then I have this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This was actually in my Shop My Stash. I just plotted it down here for this video, but I'm still testing it out. I actually do like this. I just need to use more colors, so I will be keeping this. Then I have these Wet n Wild palettes, which I have been loving, and I am definitely going to be keeping these. I might actually get rid of the Nude Awakening because I've tried it a couple times and it's not my favorite, but I'm going to try it a little bit more and then I'll decide. But definitely these two are my favorite. Rosé in the Air and Not a Basic Peach. And then this one right here is the Tartelette in Bloom. I know a lot of people love this palette, but to be honest with you, I recently tried using it again, and just for my skin tone, these colors really didn't do much for me. So I will probably be passing this on definitely to somebody who has a lighter complexion, because these colors right here are just really chalky. There's only like one really good transition color, and these two look the same on me. So yeah, I will be passing this on, but it is definitely a great palette, just not for me. And then I'll just pull out my ColourPop palettes, which of course I'm not getting rid of any of these. These are my favorite palettes. Some of my favorite palettes, but definitely from ColourPop. I have the first original one, Cute AF, which as you can tell has been used and abused. The Kathleen Lights Dream Street keeping, and then the Give It To Me Straight, which I actually haven't even used yet, but so I will be keeping this. Then I have a couple Anastasia Beverly Hills. Well, these are Anastasia Beverly Hills singles. These two are actually MAC, but these are just overflow that did not fit into my Z palette. So I would probably put these, I'm definitely keeping them, but I'm going to put these up where my Z palette is, so that way I can put those all together. Then I have my A Dose of Colors Sassy Siennas and Blushing Berries. Love these, definitely keeping these. I haven't even used the Sassy Siennas, I just had to have it, but I haven't even started using it yet, but I'm definitely keeping both of these. And then this on the side, this was actually gifted to me by an older friend. This is the Urban Decay Urban Spectrum eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Like jewel toned colors. It's really pretty. I don't use it. The packaging is really bulky. It has a nice like little cute mirror, but I just don't use it. This does come out. Let me see if I can get it out. Yeah, so it comes out like this, but it's like, what are you supposed to do with this once it's out of here? Like, you can't just sit this somewhere. So I'm not really too sure if I'm going to keep it because I don't use it. I feel like somebody could probably get really good use out of it, and it's really bulky, but I don't have a lot of like colored eyeshadows like jewel tones like this, So I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile, and I will update you guys either at the end of this video or another time if I can't make a decision. Then these are my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. I have the Nubian, which is the first one, which is this one. I really love this. Whenever I do anyone's makeup, I always use this palette. I have the Saharan, which is this one here, and then the Nubian 2, which is this one here that I have not even touched. But I'm definitely keeping these. And I'm gonna start with back here. I have this Carly Bible. This is the Carly Bible BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I don't use this, as you can see. These powders are really nice, but these eyeshadows are just not, I don't know, they're just not my cup of tea. I really got it really to support her, and also these powders down here I thought would make beautiful highlights, which they do. Let me see, I have the other one too, so let me see if I'm gonna keep both. I'm gonna put this to the side and then we'll compare both, and I'll probably get rid of one of them. And this one here is the Batalash. I don't know if you guys remember when Batalash was a thing. It had like Samantha Ravindall and like some other people. I really was mostly following them due to Samantha Ravindall. So this was a palette that they came out with in collaboration with Saucebox. It was a really pricey palette, especially like for that time period. And I barely use this. They're beautiful colors, but I just feel like I never use it. I feel like I have other colors with a better formula to me. So I will be passing this on. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one. This right here is the Urban Decay Electric palette, which I never use this, but I'm holding on to it, and I will continue to hold on to it just because I feel like I want to force myself to do some type of colorful looks, and it's good to have just like those colorful shades available when I want to do it, especially with like festival season coming up. This is just like the perfect palette for that type of stuff. So I'm gonna keep it. I actually waited until this went on clearance or sale or whatever, because I think they discontinued it before I got it. So I'm really happy with not buying it full price and not using it, but I am gonna keep this. This here is the Too Faced chocolate bar, which I know everybody went crazy for. I just need to use this more to decide. I got it back when it was just like the hype thing to do. I barely use but like a few colors in here. Just like the Sweet Peach palette, it's just one of those things that I'll have to add to a Shop My Stash to decide if it's something that I want to keep. Because I think the colors in here are definitely beautiful and I think would suit me, but I just have to actually use it more. So I'm going to keep this, and I'll just have to definitely use it more. And this is the Lorac Pro. This is the Lorac Pro 2. And this is what this one looks like. I love Lorac eyeshadows, but I don't know. This is just like a really cool toned palette. I really only got this for like certain colors, like this jade and the cocoa, rose, mocha. And I feel like when I use it though, they just blend into each other. So I'm going to get rid of this. I just feel like somebody else could get more use out of it. It's just not one that I gravitate towards, so I will be getting rid of that. This next one is the Urban Decay Naked palette, which I know everybody knows about. This was my first high-end palette that I bought. I went to Sephora for the very first time, and of course this is like all the rage because it was on YouTube and everything, and this is the first palette I bought. I don't use it, but it's so nostalgic to me. I'm not getting rid of it. So yeah, this is just nostalgic for me, so I'm not gonna get rid of that. I also bought this like as one of my first ones, definitely after the Naked, of course, but this is the Laura Mercier. I don't remember what they called this. It has like the packaging on here. It's like this, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like a soft, like crocodile, faux crocodile type of packaging. It's really cute. I'm pretty sure they still sell this palette, but just different packaging, and but it's just really, it was really pretty at the time. But now that I'm looking at it and I know me, these aren't my colors. These aren't my type of colors. They're just really like cool tone purpley neutral colors. Let me see. Yeah, they're just, it's not like great pigmentation. It's not horrible, but I just feel like somebody else can get better use out of this because I won't reach for it even when I see it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the giveaway pile or get rid of pile. Okay, and then right here is the Dose of Colors. This was the Katie and Desi collaboration, the Girls palette, which I love this palette. Won't be getting rid of this. Just really simple, but like perfect for what it's meant for. This was definitely one of my favorites of 2017, so I will be keeping that. And then I have a couple palettes here. This is the Maybelline The City Mini palette. This one is in Matte About Town. I think this is the one that's only exclusive to Walgreens. It's just a full all matte palette. It was really nice, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this just because I just feel like I have these colors in other palettes, and there's nothing like spectacular about this formula. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this, but this is definitely a good palette if you don't have a lot of eyeshadows and you're just starting off, or you need like a good drugstore option. This is definitely a good one. And this one, of course, is the City Mini palette that's in collaboration with Makeup Shayla. I will not be getting rid of this. This is one of my favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. This one I'd never even used. As you can see, it's still in the packaging. This is the Smashbox Cover Shot Ablaze. Let me see. This was just like one of those like warm palettes that everybody is and was super into, and that's what it looks like right there. It's really pretty. I think it's like, I got it for travel, but I never really took it anywhere. I'm gonna hold on to it, decide if I should like give it away, or I'm not really sure, because I do have a lot of warm palettes, but I don't know. I'm definitely keeping it. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. Alright, and then this here is the NARS Narcissus Dual Intensity Eyeshadow Palette. I remember when this first came out, I just had to have this, and I never used it. Well, I used it like a couple times, but this is what it looks like. It has that mirrored packaging. It's really pretty, but this is like those dual intensity eyeshadows. They're really pretty. You can use them wet or dry. That's what that looks like. Yeah, see, it's pretty, but there's just nothing like spectacular about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I'm just never going to use it. They're just really basic colors, again, kind of cool toned colors, and I'm never gonna use it. So somebody else definitely should be able to, you know, get better use out of it. It is a good palette, just nothing crazy for me. Alright, and this right here is the Makeup Geek times Manny MUA eyeshadow palette, which I actually really loved this eyeshadow palette, and I still do. So I will definitely be keeping this. These two colors were just like some of the most beautiful colors I've ever seen in a palette. Let me see if I can show you this. I think this was actually, this one is definitely more rough because it's a red, but these are just, oh my god, look at that pigmentation. And that one, oh my goodness, I loved these two colors. Those are my favorite out of this whole thing, and that's exactly why I'm keeping it, just for those two colors. I use the other ones too, but these are just gorgeous. Oh, that red stained my finger. The next one here is this BH Cosmetics Missy Lynn collaboration. This was like, I think, one of the first makeup collaborations that I ever bought, and this was with, like I said, Missy Lynn and BH Cosmetics, and it's just eyeshadows and these two highlighters, or, you know, they're so pretty. Oh my goodness, look how pretty those are. I'm sure I have highlighters like it, but I don't think I've ever actually used this palette. I'm gonna put this in the Maybe palette just because I want to keep it, because it is a collaboration and I want to support Missy Lynn, but I never use this. I'm gonna put this in the Maybe pile. This next one here is the Estee Edit Gritty Eye Palette. This actually came in a 2 set. It came with this black one and then a silver one, which is in my highlighting drawer. This is the palette one, and the other one, like I said, is a highlighter one. I will be keeping this. These are such beautiful colors. It kind of reminds me of the colors in this Urban Decay, just more colors, of course. That's kind of what it reminds me of, like that jewel toned colors. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about getting rid of this just because they're such beautiful colors, but I am going to keep this palette for sure. These are just great eyeshadow toppers. This next one is the Vizart Dark Matte palette, number 04. I'm definitely keeping this. I love the Vizart palettes. This is my only one that I have from them, and I'm definitely keeping that. This next one is the Makeup Geek Vegas Lights palette, and this is what that looked like. I actually really should depot this and just put them because you can take these out, but I'm definitely going to keep this. Like I said, I'll probably depot it and just put them in another Z palette, but I love the combination of these colors. You can get so many looks from just this palette, and I just love it. Then I have these Natasha Denona Holiday palettes, which I do love. Fairly new. I'm not getting rid of these. This one here is the NYX Happy Birthday palette. This was last year's birthday gift at Ulta, and this is what it looks like. It is definitely a beautiful palette. I love the colors, and I did use it, but it's not something that I'm ever going to reach for because I have other palettes that are better. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to someone who will appreciate it. This is the Urban Decay Urban Addictions. I'm pretty sure this was like a Sephora perk. It just has 4 eyeshadows in it. Fireball, I actually have a single of Fireball up in my singles drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this just because I'm not ever going to use this. This Backfire is so soft and beautiful, but I'm never going to use it. And like I said, somebody else will be able to appreciate it. But that's that purple color. How beautiful. I'm sure I can find one in the other Urban Decay one that I'll probably end up keeping, but I'm passing that one on. All right, we're getting to the back. This one here is another Tarte palette. This is the Tarte Coral Crush. I never use this. I don't even know why I still kept this when I went through a declutter a long time ago, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I never use it. These aren't even my type of colors. I'm pretty sure this is one of those things that was on sale, and I bought it because it was on sale. The impulse buy in me, but I'm getting rid of this. And then I have these e.l.f. palettes. This is the Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. Let's open that. Oh, it's hard to get open. Oh my god, it's so hard to get open. And then I just this is the Mad for Matte 2 palette. That's what this one is here. Such a beautiful palette. I love this palette. Whenever I want to do like a drugstore look, I'll go towards this palette. So, and it's all matte, which is, you know, very rare for the drugstore. So I'm going to keep this palette. And this one is the Naked palette Prism eyeshadow palette, and these are just all, so I have this all matte one, and then I have this one that is all shiny, buttery, smooth. I love this palette. They're so beautiful. I think it's just like really perfect, especially if you have like some Fix Plus to put this on your eyes. It's so beautiful. This is what they look like. I think it's just a really great eyeshadow palette. I'm probably going to get rid of this one just because I'm probably never going to reach for that. But I'm going to keep the Mad for Matte 2 palette. These are the 2 Melt Cosmetics Love Stacks. This is the Loves, or is that what they're called? Love Stacks? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. But this one is Love Sick. This one is Dark Matter. And I'm not getting rid of these. I love these. And yeah, I'm going to keep them. I don't know why I keep them in the box still, but I have used them multiple times. Alright, so this back here is the Violet Voss times Laura Lee eyeshadow palette. This is the only Violet Voss shadows that I have, and this was in collaboration with Laura Lee. I'm not even a big Laura Lee fan, but these colors just really called to me because they were so warm and beautiful, and the pigmentation and the quality is it's pretty okay. I don't think it's the best, but it is pretty okay. I feel like these are just some beautiful colors. You could do multiple looks with this, so I will be keeping this because I feel like I just need to continue to use this more as well. So this will probably show up in a Shop My Stash sometime soon, but yeah, I am gonna go ahead and keep that. And then I have my Lorac Megas. I have the original one, the Mega Pro. The first one, my husband, well, he was my boyfriend at the time, actually bought this one for me. This was the first palette, like when I was into makeup, that he bought for me. So I won't be getting rid of this just because, you know, my hubby bought it for me. But I do love this. Again, Lorac shadows are such great quality, but on me, they tend to run into each other, and that does kind of make things look a little muddy. So you just have to be careful with them. And then this is the Lorac Mega 3. Such a beautiful palette. Also kind of warm, but not necessarily just warm. I don't know. I'm really on the fence about, like, I'm not going to get rid of them just because I like to have them in my collection. But these, they're not, I don't know. I just feel like they just dust away on my eyes sometimes, especially the transition colors. I feel like the only transition color that really works well for me is maple here. I'll just have to use this more and see what I think. I'm pretty sure the Mega 3, or is it the 4? I don't have the 4. That one didn't really call to me, but or the 2. I don't think I have the 2 either. But I am going to go ahead and keep both of these. And then this was the first Natasha Denona palette that I ever got. This actually came in a lucky bag from Beautylish, and I will be keeping this. This one is in the number 10, palette number 10 eyeshadow palette. And I do like this. I will be keeping that. And then here's the other Carly Bible one. Let me take a look at this. I barely use either one of them, but I do feel like I should only keep one, which is probably going to end up being the deluxe one. So this is what they look like next to each other. All right, let's see. There you go. This is what they look like next to each other. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and keep the big one, and I'm going to pass on this little one just because I'm never going to use both of them, let alone, I barely use one, let alone both of them. So I'm going to pass on this one. And then of course the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I love. Not getting rid of this one. I need to go back to using it. I got so many new palettes after I got this that I never got a chance to go back and continue using this, but I do like this palette a lot. This one is actually the first, technically, Jaclyn Hill palette. This was the Morphe, see it says JH right here. It was really just their colors, and she put her favorites in here. Let's see if I can open this. Oh my gosh. There we go. And that's what that looks like. This is the old school Morphe before they got all fancy on us. These are really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and keep it just because I feel like they're, you know, decent shadows. Nothing really like spectacular about the formula at this time. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it because I feel like it's a good throwback video, throwback palette. And I do want to start a Throwback Thursday series here on my channel, so I will keep that. This one is the Morphe 35O. Again, one that I barely use, but was just all the rage. This is what it looks like. This one, to be honest with you, has a lot of browns. Not, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and pass this one on. If I wanted to purchase it, I would just repurchase it with the new packaging and the new ones. So I am going to go ahead and pass this on. It didn't really call to me as it called to everybody else. So yeah, I'm going to pass on the 35O. I feel like I would like the 3502 anyways more. This is the original Comfort Zone palette, which I know they redid. I haven't got the new one yet, but I'm going to keep this one because this is still an OG and I love it. This one is the Melissa Michelle XO or Times Ulta Beauty. and this is what that one looks like. I really enjoyed this palette actually. This highlighter is pretty, the eyeshadows are very nice, even this blush is pretty, and they did come with a liquid lipstick that is up with my liquid lipsticks. So I will be keeping this because I did enjoy that. This is the Urban Decay Vice. I don't know which one this is because they came out with so many. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm just gonna show it to you like how it came. I don't never use this and I'm never going to, but this is what it looks like here. And these are the colors. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get rid of this because the only reason why I got this was for this color Flame. And I just don't use it for anything else. So I will be getting rid of that. These are the Ciate times Olivia Palmero. She's like a fashionista. This is the palettes that she did in collaboration with them. I thought they were really beautiful palettes. I'm gonna keep them because I thought they were just really cute and sleek and just really pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep those. And then back here I have these Milani eyeshadows. These are like my favorite eyeshadows at the drugstore. Yeah, I was really hesitant to get the new Milani ones because I felt like some of these might have been repeats, but it's the same type of formula, just beautiful. This one here is the Must Have Metallics. They're all metallics. This one is the Bare Necessities, this one. And then this one is the Earthy Elements right here. So I'm definitely keeping these. I think these are great. I love these are my favorite eyeshadows at the drugstore, and they're very affordable and they're just great. They're really great for travel and everything. So I'm definitely keeping those. This is another one that used to be like really good to me, and this is the Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutrals mattes. These are all mattes. And this is what that looks like. Very basic, pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this just because I'm keeping the e.l.f. one, and I just feel like the e.l.f. one has a better variety of colors. This one's really very neutral, but I feel like there's not a big variation between colors. Like this one, and this one all kind of look alike. And then my camera cut out. I don't know where it cut out, but this was the last thing that I talked about. The Serpentina palette from Kat Von D, and I am definitely keeping this. Again, another jewel toned type of palette, but I love her metallics, so I will definitely be keeping that. That is it for this drawer. I do have some more palettes on top of my desk that I'm going to go ahead and bring down, and then that will be it. Okay, so these are the last just few palettes that I had on my vanity. So I'm just gonna go through them just kind of for collection purposes to show you, because I doubt I'll get rid of any of them. They are on my vanity for a reason. So these are my Anastasia Beverly Hills collection, starting with, of course, the Modern Renaissance, which is one of my favorites, as you can see. So I definitely won't be getting rid of this. I have not picked up the new one just because I was waiting to do this video. I want to make sure that I get rid of stuff that I'm not going to be using. And that also sets up space for stuff that I want to get. So yeah. This was the first Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette that I ever bought. This was the Lavish palette, and this is what that one looks like. Let me see if you can make sure that it's in focus. Yeah, so that's what this one looks like, and I just always love this one. It is really old, but I'm not getting rid of it because the colors are still like soft and buttery, and I just love this palette. It has definitely seen better days, but I do love it and I will be keeping it. And then of course the Tomana Dress Your Face Anastasia Beverly Hills. I actually don't really care. I didn't even know who Dress Your Face is. I don't really care for this one, as you can see, and I have most of the colors that I actually love, but I'm still gonna keep this just because I love Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows. And yeah, the amahhhzing one, this was one of my favorites. I have definitely been loving these two, Caramel and Morocco. I actually have them in a Z palette. These are like my two favorite colors from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was just a really great palette. So yeah, I love that. I won't be getting rid of this one. And then of course the Mario Master palette. Love, love, love this. This is just such great quality. This is, I feel like I won't be getting the Soft Glam palette because this is like the ultimate neutrals palette to me for my skin tone, and I feel like it's very similar to the Soft Glam, but this one is just, I don't know, I love better. I just love this. I don't use it as much just because I know once it's gone, but this is such great quality and great colors. And then of course my Lorac palettes, the Lorac regular unzipped. Love this, won't be getting rid of this one. And then the Lorac Gold. Also love that one as well. I think I like these better than I actually like the Pro palettes. I have this Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. And that's what this one looks like. I barely use this, but this is such a great basics palette. So yeah, I do definitely enjoy this palette. When I do use it, it's very pigmented. So you do have to be careful. And then just I have some little palettes here. The Peanut Butter Too Faced palette. I love this palette. Specifically Peanut Brittle, Nuts About You, Peanut Butter Cup. I don't know. I just love all these. I don't use these the very much, these three on the side, but these over here are just so good. This Peanut Brittle, so beautiful, so soft. Oh my gosh, look at that color. It is just so pretty. I love that one. So yeah, I love this one and I'll definitely be keeping that. And then these are the Lorac Pro Mattes. I probably could give these away. Let me see. I'm gonna keep the Metals one because I just feel like you love good shades. No, I'm gonna keep both. I just feel like they're really good travel friendly palettes, so I'm gonna keep both. The Tarteist Pro To Go, I just jabbed it with my finger. I just thought these were a really good array of colors and I liked it, so I will be keeping this. And the Tartelette Tease palette, same thing. This one I'm actually going to go ahead and give away just because these colors, again, kind of like the Tartelette in Bloom, they don't really do much for my eye colors, for my skin, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this one away. So I did give away one out of that whole thing, so that's pretty cool. And that is it.